So thanks for joining in, guys. I'm just going to quickly start that PPT. So just give me a moment. So I have covered like whatever like we had to cover in the syllabus, but then there are few things that we are discussing the like all important things, how to make our dashboard interactive by using the actions, etc. So yeah, hi Malikarjun. I thought you won't be joining today. Anyway, so
No, no, I have to go out after something like I believe. So,
okay, that's okay.
yeah, okay.
Okay, so we were discussing about Tableau dashboard and we had already learned about sets and dashboard, and then we're talking about the actions. So
Ritesh,
yeah, please.
sorry for the detention. I have a doubt. Can we copy
I'm not getting your voice.
and paste in the dashboard section? Can we copy and paste the dashboard text? Take a duplicate
Yeah, I mean,
in the dash
you want to create duplicate of this? The
within.
option is here. Is there anything different that you are asking?
Uh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I didn't see it before. That's why I asked.
No,
Same
we
thing.
have this options
Like any
called
text box or something.
yeah, yeah. We can create a
Okay.
duplicate of dashboard itself. Okay, yeah. And
No, no, no.
moreover,
It's not about the entire dashboard.
sorry,
Like within a dashboard,
yeah.
suppose like I have to create some text box in a 10 different places with the same formatting options.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like in a Power BI, like in a MicroStrategy where I was working, I can copy and paste the existing and I can do the modifications. I can change the text,
You want to copy formatting or paste the formatting, or you want to copy text
copy the text or formatting or any visual inside the dashboard.
inside the dashboard? No, I mean, see, there are way around it. So, for example, let's say you want to copy this particular sheet. This particular sheet I have on my dashboard. Now, you want to copy this. So, what do you have to do? You have to copy go to sheet and copy that, create a duplicate of the sheet itself from here, and then
Okay,
you can bring that on the dashboard. One more thing, what you can do, maybe you created multiple sheets and you like this formatting and you want to copy the formatting, not the text. Mind it, you are not copying text, you're just copying formatting. So we have options called copy formatting. So I can copy the format
okay,
and I can take the same format and paste it there. So the another dashboard will get the same formatting what I have on this page. Okay, so that way
okay, okay, Ritesh.
it going to save your hell lot of time because the formatting things takes a lot of time. So instead of just going and do formatting manually, you can just copy the format and paste the format. That options we have on this uh, sheet itself. Okay,
Yeah, yeah. Thanks.
no problem. So let me go to dashboard here. Now, one thing I was talking about how to make this dashboard interactive. So, for example, I have my um, I have this sheet which is giving me year-wise sales, yearly sales by category, and here I am guessing like profitable and non-profitable sales percentage by subcategories. And here I am looking at my reasons where which area I am making my profit, which area I am not making my profit. I have lots of this is my legends, this is my profitable legends, and this is my profit measures color divergence, and which I can look on the map. And this is my filter, so I can look at my filter also. Here I created one button called reset button. This reset button nothing but I created using my let me do one thing. We were discussing about this thing, yeah, last time, uh, and we stopped there itself. So since Geeta And Karthik, you guys were not there, so I will just repeat this, the important part again, so you will not miss anything from there. Let me just go to,
Thanks, Ritesh.
yeah, no problem, yeah. So what I'll do, okay, something is wrong. I that when I'm doing uncheck of show header, it's not turning off. Usually it does. Okay, just keep. Okay, so let me save this first and then we'll see what happened to this. Okay, okay. Now, let me increase that size and let me format this. I'll make it looks like exactly like a button or something. Okay, so this I have created a reset button here, and maybe if you like to increase the size a little bit, I can do that. Okay, yeah, and this I'm going to use as a reset button where using this I can go back to default default label. So for example, I have lots of filters, right? And when you are doing manual filter check, you're checking and unchecking, and when you want to go back to your default view, every time you are going to clearing the filters manually. But then what if you have 10 15 filters on your dashboard? So that in that case, you are every time it requires you to go manually and turn and clear your filters, so that for example what I'm saying, let's say you are going to select few of the items randomly. I'm just selecting it. Okay, so let's say this many things you have selected from here, and from here you have selected only furniture and technology. Now the the thing is, when you want to go to your default view, maybe you want to narrow down your analysis, and for that purpose you are basically you have selected your requirement, and when you want to clear this, the way you can do it, like you have options like here you can click this and it will clear your selections. Okay, that means it will check everything. So that is your default view. But then yeah, or but then what if I want to just click this button and my all filters will go to the default label. So if I click this, see, everything automatically, the filter got cleared automatically. no matter how many filters I have, maybe if I have 10 filters or 15 filters on my dashboard, all of the filters at a time will clear. And how I have done that? So let me remove that tooltips. Tooltips, I don't need it. So I have done this by actions. Using the actions, I have created this type of filter. Karthik, have you done this in your work anytime before? Or is this something that you are learning for the first time? Okay, I think Karthik is not available. Anyway, so how I have done it, I'm
Yeah, I'm
going.
sorry. Yeah, I was talking on mute.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just asking, is this, have you done this before in your work somewhere?
No,
Okay, no
no,
problem.
no, no. I do not.
All right. So then, yeah, then it's going to be meaningful for you also. So this is like in your dashboard, usually you would have lots of filter, and to you can clear this filter, you creating a reset button. So there are a lot of first thing, let me give you an overview of this action filters which I'm talking about. That action filter we have underneath actions here. Under this actions we have so many options like filter, highlight, go to URL, go to sheet, change parameter and change set values. Change parameter and change set values, Karthik, you have already seen like few of the examples. Uh, but then yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
I'll be explaining this here by taking some use cases. So here in this view, I have my category cells year wise. So and here this is my red is my technologies, amber is office supplies, green is furniture, and I can look at all three cells in 2016, likewise in 17, 18 or 19. Now if I select, let's say I select 2016 technology, now my all other pages will filter for these selections. Okay, so now in 2016 technology, I have this many okay, so this is like 175,000 is was the my sales value, and I can look at here. So like the breakup of 175 is here. So like here I have like overall sales I have like 13,000, 71,000, and this is like 6,000. It's almost like somewhere around 77, 78,000. And here I have like 7,000. Here I have 18,000, and here I have 43,000. That means it is like 60, more than 60,000, and 22,000, and here 10,000. If I add all this, then it will be like 175,000. So this is the breakup for 175,000, and here in that breakup I can also look 22% of the phones was profitable, 2% was making loss. 10% of sales were profitable, however 23% of sales were making loss, right? So I can also look at the how much we are making profit, how much we are making loss, and this is the breakup of this. Likewise, if I select, let's say, furniture, I can my whole data get filtered for furniture. So now you got the breakup for the furniture, and now here you we have like uh, the area chart, map chart. So now when I select anything, even the this map location shows the location. So like, so let me bring that one thing on this chart. What I can bring, I can bring s- state name on this label, so you can read out which state it is, and then I can bring the cells, how much cells we are making. Okay, and this cells, maybe I can format this. Okay, oh yeah, so this is like small number, so let me take one decimal point. So okay, so I just made it like this, so it would be easy to read on the dashboard. It doesn't look cluttered. Now, so when I choose this, what is that? Let me go to full screen mode so you can see my entire dashboard. And one more thing what I'll do to make it, so here I can change the size of my dashboard. So for example, this is my 700 height, so I can reduce my height from 700 to 800 to 700. So different, using this you can create your visualization for different device. One more, I will also talk about after this sessions. I will talk about how you can create a dashboard for different devices. For example, I'm doing it for the let's say for laptop. This is good for the good fit for the laptop. But when I want to create for mobile devices, for or iPhone, iPad, etc., for all those device layout, I can also do my setting config. I can create a configuration for that. So even if the end user is looking at his mobile device, he will find it. The whole view will be fit to his device layout, and nothing will cut off. So and he can easily read those information in his small device also. So for that, we have to do some adjustment, etc. So here you can see the layout, the phone, device previews, everything. We have that options we given, even the size also. This size also here it's custom fixed size, height and width, etc. that we can change. I'll cover that topic later. So here my height was little more. That's why it was not coming into. I mean, I was getting a scroll up and down. I don't want to have that, so that's the reason I changed that setting. Okay. Now, when I have selected furniture in year 2016, you can see like how was the sales across all this region in 2016. Now, and even that profitable, non-profitable sales also getting filtered for this particular part. Okay. Even if I come to let's say 2019, I can see the both will change accordingly. The moment I hit that, does it change anything or not? Yeah, it's changing, right? I see that numbers are updating basis on this value. So one thing is that what is this guy? Okay, yeah, this is the number. Actually, that number was I felt like something is overlapping here, but yeah, it is good. So this is my total number. Let me go. Okay. So now this action is working perfectly. So even if I select anything, let's say I select office supplies for 2018, my all these two charts filter for this particular item, which is my office supplies in the year 2018. So office supplies 2018, the total sales was 188,000, and this is the breakup of 188,000 across this different state. And this is the breakup for this numbers across my subcategory. So this many products belong to this part, and yeah. So this is like possible by creating some action filters. So I have created an action filter here, and using that I'm able to achieve this part. Let me check if I have any top filters or something like that. I feel like I have some. Okay, let me check if I have created any top filter. Ideally I should not, but then yeah, nothing is there, none, and nothing I have taken here. Okay, I'm taking all values. That's fine. Okay, so let's see how I can do that. So first thing is like Geeta, you were not present in the last class. So dashboard, see the basic creation of a basic dashboard is very simple. Now you got all the all the analysis at your sheet level, right? So now to create a new dashboard, you just open that dashboard, okay? And now here I can go and bring my let's say I wanted to have what all I wanted to have this chart, yearly sales. This the name of this one is stacked bar. So I can look the stacked bar from here. All whatever like sheet which you have created, everything is here, right? So I can bring that sheet on this canvas, and I'll just clear this for now. I don't want this for now. At least maybe I can bring this later. And now this is not occupying the entire space. To make it occupied entire space, here I have option called fit. Here I can choose the entire view. For example, here also I can choose the entire view, and it will occupy the entire view. So there are two way. But then what if you have lots of sheet on your page? So maybe you can click the sheet options here, and then you can go fit, and you can choose like entire view, fit height, fit width, standard, like that. Okay, now the second one, I'll bring the second one right here. So similar to that, this also I'll make it entire view. Okay, and I'll clear this off for now. Okay, so I got my two visualizations on my dashboard. Now I want to bring some more. I want to bring so this is my yearly sales. This is my profitable, not profitable. Now what else I can look at my sales profile? So maybe trend or something. How the trend going? But yeah, I have this yearly sales already, so that trend will not be better. Let me check what all things I have here. Okay, so here I have like reason why it sells. Let me see what is the name of this sheet. 37. Okay, I'll bring that like here. See, it's going in between and like that. So you can look at the position where it's going to sit. Now, what I want to do, I want to bring at the bottom, right? So maybe I want to bring that at the bottom of this. So basically when I do that, it's going to be like that, but I don't want it to be like that. I want to I want to occupy this entire bottom portion. But then that is it is not allowing me to do that. So I'll try this once again. And there are like options like here we have objects like horizontal and vertical. I'll also going to explain you that what how you can use that um, to make your objects intact within a container so that it won't float when you publish in productions. Because when you publish to productions, especially on when you're publishing all your dashboard to server, that time that position sometime get change from a little bit, not very much, but then if it is inside the container, then it will come exactly like what you have developed on your dashboard. So I'm just removing this for now. Let me come down here and let me try to bring that. Yeah, now it's work coming out. So this I'm doing without container, okay? Because without container also I can. So when I bring that view, so by default, Tableau creates already has created one container around it, and it's putting everything inside that. So basically, that's the reason you can see here tiled. That means everything is like fitting in a box and taking their proper positions. Okay, so I'll just clear this also. Okay. Now this has occupied the whole area. Now I have just three chart on my dashboard. So I'm just keeping this for now. I'm going to create a title and fancy things or that and some filter legends etc later. Now let me create, okay, first thing let me also create one title. So maybe I can create one text here on the top. Maybe I can give a sales performance or something like that, whatever you feel suitable title. Maybe we can make it left aligned, center aligned. Here we have options, we can adjust that however we want. So I just make it left aligned. Now these are like titles. I will come to this title or make I can just make it for timing. I can add this title and I'll make it like sales by states. Okay. Now here on this geo map, I have my sales value as well as I am also showing the profitability. So the colors divergence are basically representing the profitability, but the text value, the numbers are basically telling you about the sales. So two measure on my geo map I am presenting. One is my sales, another is my profit. On the tooltips also you can see profit and sales both. But on on this map I am only giving you sales number because profit I have put already on the color. So now when I okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to, and this colors is different than this. Maybe we can make it beautification part later. So first let me create some actions. So using the, what is our goal? Goal of this action. So goal of this action is I want to I want to make this as my source and I want to create this two as a target. Okay. So that means when I click any portion on this bar chart on any years, like either of these 4 years, anywhere if I click that particular portion. So on each bar chart we have three portion because we have three categories. So all these three categories members are sitting on each year bar. So technology, office supplies and furniture we have on this bar chart. So whatever I clicked here, I want others to visualization to get filtered for this corresponding to this whatever I am selecting. So if I click technology, so my this two chart should give me value for technology. All the items corresponding to technologies in the year 2016. So that will act like a filter for others two chart. That is what I want. Again, when I click here in the second chart, again my third chart, the location chart should give me uh, only sales of or profit of the particular product which I'm selecting right from here. And if I am selecting like profit table, then it should give me only profit table. If I'm selecting the loss, it should give me only sales or profit for the particular product which is making loss. So this is like a least granular label visualizations. I'm looking at my country map. So I have a chronological order of filters. So first label I'm trying to create a action filter here. Then second filter I'll create on the here. And this would, I won't create any filter here because this is my the least granular label view. So here I'm just going to look at things are very much in detail. So let me show you how I'm going to do that. Dashboard, actions. Now under actions we have so many things. Now I'm going to create a filter actions. So filter act because I want to filter my data. Now I'm just calling as I just giving a meaningful name so that I can recall it next time when I'm opening my dashboard. year wise sales filter, and what is going to be my source sheet. So this is my source sheet, so I know this is my stacked bar. Okay, so only one which I want to make as a source, I'm going to select only that one. Okay, now in the target sheet you can see here source sheets we have and the target sheets we have. Now that this is the dashboard 5, my source is also on dashboard 5 itself, and target is also on dashboard 5 itself. If it is somewhere on different dashboard, okay, if it is somewhere in different dashboard, that also I can select. It's not mandatory that your target has to be on the same dashboard. Maybe if you want to create dashboard to dashboard interconnection, you can play like that. You can choose whatever you know target you want. But now for time being, my target and source are in the same page. I want to create actions on the same dashboard itself, and I want to create dash actions from this sheet to other two sheet. So I have selected my source sheet, which is stack bar, and target I am going to select other two. So obviously I will remove this from here because already I have taken this as my source, right? So yeah, sorry, I'll remove that, this guy. Yeah, stacked bar, because I have this one I have taken as a source, so I'm removing from the target. Now there are three things we have: run action on, hover, select, and menu. So hover, if you hover, that action will run. Select when I do, when you select, then only action will run. And menu, it won't run just like that. When you hover and on tooltips, you'll get the options. From the tooltips, when you click, then only the action will run. Now I'm just going to clearing the selection wheel. So when you remove your actions or when you clear your action, what do you want Tableau to do? So I want Tableau to show all values. That means get back to default values. Get back to default view. Show everything, okay? As like there was no filter. So I'm just clicking show all values, and here all fields I'm just going to select it as a all fields. I'll come back to here later when I'm going to create reset filters, etc. Then I will be using this. For now, I'm just going to, you know, be remaining, be at this all fields itself and just okay. Okay, so my first action has been created. It's very simple, not very difficult, and not very complex also. It's very simple. Now, see if I click here, my two dash pages will filtered. Query is running. So first time it takes time, but later on it won't take time. So see, now when I click, I click the technology for 2016. So what I have on technology, I have like phone, machine, accessories, and copier, that I am aware. Now I'm getting for 2016 sales for technology. So only for technology 2016 sales I'm getting. And here you can see I'm also getting a breakup of this phone sales. So whether how much sales, how much total sales made by phones, out of that, what was the breakup? So breakup is like 22% we're making profit, 2% we're making loss. Okay, here I can see like 10% we're making profit, 23% we're making loss. So I got the breakup, I got the pers total percentage, which is breakdown of, which is like which all this making this numbers. And now when I look at the geography geomap, I can look at the state wise, so which state are giving me good profit. So California, I can see California is giving me good sales value, as well as good profit. And I can see Texas, all this pink color, you can see this is like uh, area where I'm making losses. Okay, so now what I can do, I'll bring that legends, filters, etc. to show you those things. So let me do that. So how I can do that? So either I can do it from here, legends, and I can bring that legends, or I have another options called here. From here also, I have options called legends, filters, highlight parameters. From here also I can bring. So two way I can do. From here also I can select, and I got one particular container where I'm getting everything. Now what I'll do to make it look a little better, I'll create a blank here and I'll put into container, top of the container. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me bring that. Okay, I bring that here. Now I'll just drag it. I don't want to use all the white space. I want to start my things from here. This first line I want to keep it blank just for the title area. Okay, I don't want to write anything on the title area. So I'll start my legends and filter from here. So now I got my profit legend. So this is showing if you are on pink colors or light green colors, that means I'm not making good profit. As and when it start turning towards dark green colors, I'm started making good profit. So that I can color divergence I can see on my location map, on my country map. Now let me also get the filters. So for example, I want to get the filters for category. So I got category filter. I also want to get filter for, let's say, subcategory. So I can get this filter from here. Now all filters I have got, and yeah, let me show if I have, if let me bring some more filters. So year of order date, you can see like year of order date also I have got. So I have got everything now, all my filters, legends, etc. So maybe that one more legends I can get it from here, which talks about profitable and non-profitable. I can drag and drop anywhere. I can drop it here. So now, yeah, now the these legends are together. Now one, okay, I can also bring this if I think they should be also part of this legend also I should bring for the category. So okay. So this color divergence showing my profit. This is for my profit table, this chart, and this categories are showing this color. So user can, and this one I can make it instead of having that multiple value list, I can choose drop down. So I think that will use less space. Otherwise, you are going to have you're going to use all the white space. So that way it takes less, and I can choose one at a time. That is what I want. And even if you want to have, let's say, multiple things, maybe multiple values drop down I can select. So now, and here you are like, okay, so when you do that, you are having drop down, but you have the multiple selects. One more thing what I can do, so let's say whenever I do any changes, so instantly I can do the changes right here. It's being instantly applied. But what if I don't want like that? I want first to select whatever I want, and then I want to click apply button, and then I want to execute those query. So here Tableau has given options. Go to customize, show apply button. So I can bring it here. Now I have my cancel and apply button. So whenever I do any changes, nothing will happen unless I hit the apply. So let's say I wanted to bring all these fours. Okay. Now when I click apply, then only that query will run. Yeah, now it's running. So that way you can decide first what all things you want to bring, and then you can hit the apply. Similarly, um, this one maybe I can choose go to the radio button, and I can choose 1 year at a time, or you know or yeah, if you want to select everything, then just select all. So yeah, so like different options we have. Now what if, so one thing you note here, like I have taken this filter from this page, so this only being apply this only being applied to this page. But what if I want this to applied across everywhere, right? So then only the purpose of filter will meet. So what I can do, I can go to apply to worksheet. Here we have options like selected worksheet, and I'll choose all on the dashboard. So this way, this filter will work on all the worksheet which I have on my dashboard. So all on the dashboard I selected. Okay. And similarly, I can go and I can do the same things for each of my filters. Selected worksheet. Now all in the dashboard. Okay. And here also, here also. So one second. Just give me a second. Hello. One second just. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, so maybe ear filters, it's not making any sense to keep it for my dashboard because already I'm going to create actions basis on this ear selection, right? So maybe I can remove it from here, but just for the demonstration purpose I bring it here. So maybe let it be here, maybe later I can remove it. First I wanted to bring that reset filter and then I can remove it from here. So let's everything. So I'm not going to change anything because already I'm going to create, I have created an action. So I can see it's working perfectly fine. And whenever I run that, you know, all those things are working now nicely. But now you see here, this area, I have selected all these things. So that's the reason it's being applied. It's actually working as a filter because two filter it's working. One is this, second is this. Now, another action also I want to create. I want to create one action from this page, profitable, non-profitable sales, from here to the geo map. So again, so that's why I want to create a hierarchy of actions. So first you can, first level of filter you can select at right here on the first page, first visualization, year-wise sales, and then you can, that will filter your second page. From second page again, you can hit click anywhere, and the final things you will be getting on your geo map, that will be like two level of filter at first level and second level, and that you can narrow down the view at very granular level and you can focus on that particular subject where you want to focus. So I'm going to create that another actions. So one action is already there, second actions also I'll create, one more action I will add. So here I know this is my, this one, stack bars. Okay, and from a stack bar this time I'm only going to select 37. Last time when I had this one, when I had in the first actions, I had like this two I had on my selections. Okay, because this filter I wanted to have execute at this label and this label both. Now for with this I only want to this to work with this. Okay, I'm not going to look at the first one. So I'm just maintaining my order. So that's it. So now when I click here, now let me go to the full page. Okay, so I have applied this filter. Now when I applied this filter, binders, so I'll be getting only binder cells. So you see, I am not getting any loss making area. I'm only able to see the green areas which are actually making profit. But when I select this 4%, now I'll get this 4% where I'm making losses. Which all area I'm making losses. for the binders products. So this area where I'm selling my binders, and these are the like my losses. So I can see taxes is giving me high loss. Right now I can come to appliances, and I can see 14% of profit for appliances, which all areas are giving me those profits. So I can see like this. If I want to look at the losses, these are the very small por proportion of losses only from these two places. So likewise, I can come to any label and I can narrow down my view. So I can go to anywhere, any year, any per categories, and I can look at my data. Okay, and then if I want to look at this, yeah. So this way I can actually make it as a very intuitive, very dynamic chart, which actually is dynamically just filter everything for me, and all strong insight available, you know, on the fly. So it's like you are making uh, you are providing lots of insight with so much ease. So that is the beauty of Tableau. So let me again let I'm going to show that another filter which is for the resetting. And now if you want to come out of this actions, okay, you just press escape or you click outside anywhere. So even if you click outside anywhere or on the same page itself, okay, uh, my tablet is running a little slow, I think because of lots of software I'm running in the background. But yeah, that's how it works. So now I gone back to my default view where I'm able to see everything. Okay, and now I wanted to create one more actions which can reset my filters, what I have selected here. So I think I have created one here. I'll just remove, I don't want any action to present here. So I have my sheet 40. I'll call this sheet as a reset. I'm just giving to identify the sheets. There is no any technical concept by giving name, but I'm just for my own understanding, I just gave a meaningful name. Now what I'll do, I'll go down to this. Okay, I think this already being used somewhere. Oh yeah, I think, okay, so here it is being used. Okay, already this is on my dashboard. So what I'll do, I'll just drag it so that it become visible. Yeah, so only thing is I have to bring that page on my, and let me make this as a single value drop down. Okay, or maybe multiple value drop down, that is also fine. Okay, now reset, I want to keep that reset on the top. Okay, so what I can do, I can drag it and I can drop it the play position where I want it to be. Now this reset basically reset my filters, or maybe on the top of the filters, wherever, I mean you decide how, I mean which place or which position is good. So based on your own decision or feedback, you can keep it. So let it be here only. So here when I do reset, my this two filter will reset back. So for example, I'm just going to show you if I have my let's say I have just checked my something gone wrong. Let me undo. Um, yeah. So here I have like only selected office supplies and technology. So you see here, furniture is no more on my any of my pages. Everywhere it's gone. And yeah, and maybe for the time being, just to show everything, let me show you that multiple value list. So that way I can see everything. Okay, so that length has gone. Okay, So if I click this, see what happened. Yeah, all my this two filter got cleared automatically, right? So every time, anytime if I change anything on my filter, okay, and when I click my reset, when I click my reset will actually reset my filters. That means it will clear the filters. Okay. Yeah. So when you provide that on dashboard, it's make the user's life very easy. User don't have to go manually and do undo all the filters manually. By clicking a reset, he can just undo everything. Okay. And how I can do that? So let me show you that. So first thing is like I'm going to create one sheet like this. Okay. And I'm going to create one, you know, just like that one calculated field. Um, just to bring something on the page, but here on this page literally I'm going to do nothing. I just bring one reset. I'm just writing one examples. I just wrote reset, though this text has nothing to do, but then yeah, I just bring it here just to make it more meaningful. Reset example. What I'll do, I'll bring on the text. Okay, now that reset is coming like this. Now I'll change this to, let me change it to shape, and maybe I can choose this. Okay, and I can increase the size. Okay, I can actually increase the size from here also at the edge and here also. Okay, now this reset, to bring it on the center, I can do some formatting. I can click the format options and I can go here and on the pane, click on the pane. Now alignment option you have, make it align to center. Okay, make it align to center from here also, and now it looks good. The next step is like, that's it. Now your job is done. You created one reset page, and now next thing is like I'm going to create the action on this. Okay, so next thing is like I'm going to create action. So let me just, I think that, okay, so let me remove that. And now here what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring that reset which I created just now. I'll bring that reset somewhere on my filter page so I can show it to the audience, and I can hide this title. This is not required. Already I have given one name attached to it, and I can click entire view. It's occupying the entire space. What I'll do, I'll bring one blank space here to justify this. Okay, something gone wrong. So maybe, okay, okay, and now, so this reset is looking okay. And what is next? Next is to create one action. So I'll go to dashboard, actions. I'll create one another filter actions, and on the filter actions, I have reset. Reset is coming here because I bring that page reset on the dashboard. So I that reset is available underneath dashboard 5. I'll uncheck everything else. I will be keeping only reset one, and I'll make it as my source sheets. Okay, and other on my target I'll remove reset one, and I'll keep everything else as it is. Now here is the important, so far so good. So here is the important thing. Now I won't be selecting all fields, I'll be selecting selected fields. And now what all filters that I have, categories and subcategories, I'm going to choose add those filters. So add filter here, so adding filter here, I'll click that filter here, category. Okay, missing fields on reset one, leave it, don't worry about it. No, it won't impact anything. And I'll take my subcategories again. So I have two filters. So if you have 10 filters, likewise every time you have to add each of the filters here. Okay, if you have 20 filters, all 20 you have to click, every time click add, choose that filter name, and here automatically it will pick up, and then click OK, and that will appear here. So you make sure that each of your filters are appearing here if you want your reset to be applied on that particular filters. Okay, now that's it. Let me call this as my reset filter, reset 1, because already reset is existing. So yeah, that's it. Now if I go and let's say I'm choosing something furniture, and let's say I'm just unchecking bookcases and applied, and that's it. So that means both filter has been used. Now when I click this, see what happened. Now it's turned back to the default. Now all been selected at both places. So what it does basically behind the scene, this actions what we have created here, that reset one. So this field, so when you select all, the moment you run this actions, um, okay, when you run these actions, so it just doing the just clearing all these filters, because selected field on, and it only going to applies on these fields. Okay, in this field it just remove everything from the selections. The moment it's run over, it just remove everything from the selections, and you will getting back your default view. So and that is how this workaround help us to create a reset. This is not a straightforward thing, it's a workaround sort of way that we are bringing it on our dashboard page, and some sort of tool tips. Always remember, clear the tool tips, because it's a so on our Tableau we do everything using worksheet, and using worksheet we can achieve whatever that we want. Okay, yeah. So that's how we learn about dashboard actions, and under action we learned about filters. So using the filters, you can create a nice interactive filters, which you can build the relationship across the pages, and yeah, you can narrow down your view. Highlight filter, it's very easy, like you're just highlighting one particular item. I'll talk. This is not very important. We don't usually use it, and I can tell you, like, if for example I can quickly tell you, so people who have not attended last classes, so for them it's going to be helpful. I'll rem and remember, like, don't check now. Earlier I used to check everything because I had less number of sheets. Now I'm the numbers has been increased now. So unnecessary sheet I should not select. So for example, reset here on the target. I'm not selecting and I'm not selecting this as well, because this is already my target source sheets, and reset, it's only for the resetting, right? There is no point to keep this target for any of my other action filter. So I'm only keeping my pages, the visualization pages, which are where actually I want to create one actions. I want to execute some actions. So yeah. So selections, run action on selection is fine. Okay. Now when I do something like this, see what happens. So in that way, you are only going to selected this, and everything else you are going to sort of no, everything else will be like graded out. Only this will be like selected. So I don't understand the usability of this action, but then I I I hardly use these actions, never use these actions. But then yeah, something that we have on this on under action, so we should learn about it. I mean, we should just know like how to use. This one is like go to URL. This help us to connect from one dashboard to another dashboard. So for example, in your productions, you have various dashboard. Let's say one dashboard is sales dashboard, another dashboard is headcount dashboard, third dashboard you have operation dashboard, etc. So now maybe on the operation dashboard you want to create one hyperlink. So in case if user want to go from operation directly, want to switch from operation to headcount dashboard or expense dashboard, you can create a nice fancy this thing logo or something like that for the headcount or for the operation on the top of your dashboard, and there you can actually create one action. You can attach one action called go to URL, and here you can give that URL, and from when the user will click there, it will directly take him to the other dashboard, which is not your dashboard. Someone else has created and developed, but still you can connect with that dashboard. So I can show you that. So yeah, so for example, I just let me show you here. Let me create one page here, and I'm just creating one calculate field to provide some meaningful name. Let's say public dash link. Let's say my COVID-19 dashboard. I have, I want to, I want to create one link. So clicking here, you want to go to COVID-19 dashboard. Okay. Now, yeah. So that I can bring it to here, or maybe you have some sort of shapes here. If you have any particular shape that represents your dashboard, so you can more shapes, you can load some more shapes using this. Also a lot of beautification that we can achieve on our dashboard. So something like that, if you have anything like that, maybe you can bring it here from your Tableau repository, and yeah, that will work. So let me see what all things we have. Okay, let me take this symbol. Yeah. Okay, and I'll just bring it. So when the user will click this, let's say this is like, I mean, I don't have, probably I could have bring some COVID, this thing, coronavirus pictures, COVID. Let me see if I can get some PNG or something, COVID, or maybe I should call it as a corona PNG image. So maybe you can bring it from here, something like that. And when user will click here on this pictures, you can redirect him to that COVID dashboard. So maybe I can look at that. But anyway, let me see if I can get quickly. Otherwise, we can use whatever we have. It's just like it's actually just enhance your sort of looks and feels, nothing else. Actually, I'm not getting PNG. So let me see if I can directly download P PNG logo. Logo is not image only, PNG image free download. Let, yeah, I think this is PNG image. So let me download that. Save image as. I'll directly download it to Tableau repository. From there only all these pictures they pick. So bookmark, connectors, data source, extension, maps or shapes. Yeah, shapes. I'll go here and arrow, back, bug tracking, gender, KPI. So maybe I can just choose that bug tracking. And now, is it JPG file? I should have PNG because PNG only supports here. Oh well, so let me do one thing. Let me go to Paint and just save it as a PNG over there. So that's how I can do that. And I'll just, where did I save this? Okay, I can see one PNG here. This looks like PNG to me. So let me see. Anyway, COVID. Maybe I can take this, looks better. And I think on Paint I can make it a PNG file. Let me try. I'm not very much sure, but I feel like this works. Open. Okay, PNG. Yeah, I think it's working. So I'll just here I'll go to document Tableau repository, shapes. Here under shapes we have all this, whatever that you want to bring, um, the sort of shapes and pictures, etc. So let me keep that into bug tracking. Okay, and I'm just putting it here. I saved there. Now I can call them from this, um, from the more shapes. So now when I do that, bug tracking, reload, yeah, I got this here, right? Now this is my Corona things, and now I got my Corona pictures. One more thing, I can just increase the size from here. Okay, now, yeah, so what did I call this? Sheet 2. Let me call this sheet as a um, COVID. Okay, so that will actually make it easy to recognize. Now dashboard 5, I'll come down. Here I can see that COVID. Now I'll just bring it and I'll put it somewhere on the top. So now for what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose the floating so that I can float anywhere. Uh, yeah, and I can resize this. I'll say select this and I'll make it entire view, and I'll hide this title. This is not important. Now I'll just drag it and bring it somewhere. Okay. Now here when I want to provide options, so when the user comes and click here, and let me also provide a tooltips to this place. So for example, instead of that, maybe I can write it like click click here to go to COVID dashboard. Okay. So click here to go with to go click here to go to COVID dashboard. Okay, so that actually makes easy to understand for the users. So now I have to provide actions now. Now it's time to create actions. So till here it's only that basic work we have done. Now I'll create actions. Now my source sheet is COVID, as we know. Now here I have to write my URL. So what I'm going to do, I'll open my COVID dashboard, which I have developed on my public page. View and okay, so meanwhile I can copy this URL as it is. Okay, that's it. So this is using that WHO data. We built this in the previous classes the as a capstone project, and every time now and then I keep on refreshing just to get the data. So whenever I do latest refresh, that date appears. So last refresh I did on August 18. So August 18 it's showing. Now I'll come back to my dashboard. Okay, I'll put that URL directly here. Now if you want to check this link if it is working or not, click this test link, and if the link is correct, it will take you to the URL. Now it's taking me to the URL. That means link is correct and it's able to connect with the link. Okay, and now let it be here browser tab if no web page or object exists. So that's it, and now I can select run action on select. So when the user select my this particular objects, um, as an icon that you have created, when the user select, I want this action to execute only on the selection, not on the hover or menu as something like that. Okay, that's it. I'll click OK and I'll click OK. Okay, I think lots of actions I have created unnecessary actions. So highlight, let me remove that highlight. Hyperlink is okay, reset is okay, earwise filter, yeah, that is okay, and filter 5, I don't know what is filter 5. So okay, let it be here. We'll check this later if something is irrelevant. Now this is my title, this is my, you know, it's just giving you options like to go on this page. So now if user want to go there, he can just click there. Okay, and that's it. It's taking the user on this particular dashboard. So for example, let me publish this dashboard to server and let's see how it works on the server. So this is my sales performance. Let me check all my actions are working perfectly or not. I clicked here. Yeah, it's working on both the pages. Now if I click here, yeah, it's working perfect. Even for the losses, yeah, it's showing all the losses. When I click outside or escape button, then my reset will removed from the dashboard. Okay, and I'll get back to my default positions. Now, before I go and do the formatting later, beautification part, title, etc. Some more bit of work probably we could have done, but I'm excited to publish this on server and see like how these things are working. So here I can go to publish workbook, and that is how we publish on our original Tableau server. In organization also we have like server to, you know, publish to server, and I can just connecting to server. This is my public server. So the same way we connect to license server also. It is saying sheet 3. Now let me call it as a sales performance. I don't want to overwrite my existing one, so I can give a new name. Now it's publishing this whole view to server. Executing this query, and it will take it to the entire page to server. Since it has lots of data, that's why it's taking a little time, but hardly it takes 1 minute or maximum 2 minutes, not more than that. So Karthik, how do you publish your workbook? Do you use Tableau server or Tableau reader, etc.?
Uh, no, start Tableau server.
Or Tableau server you use? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it has been already published. Yeah, so I didn't do anything. It's automatically while it's publishing, once it published my dashboard, it will automatically take me to the page where it has published. Now I can look at my work, how the pages are coming, and yeah, so I can see, yeah, I mean the way I have created, same way it is coming on the page also. Still it's loading. What happened to other filters, etc. These things. Yeah, everything has appearing now. Okay, so this is my you know this page I'm seeing on the server. So it's coming on the URLs. Okay, outside the Tableau desktop environment. Let me show you the full page. Okay, now here, um, if I see there is a hyperlink, click here to go to COVID dashboard. If I click here, see the another page is getting open. Okay, my COVID dashboard page is opening. So on the COVID dashboard page, again I can create a link and I can say, hey, go back to sales performance dashboard. So again, I can go back and forth. I can create a link to go back and forth. That kind of things I can create. So again, when a user click on this dashboard, so he can go back to COVID-19, I mean my sales performance dashboard. So similar way, usually that's how we know when there are lots of dashboard are multi-connected and there are some interconnection between the dashboard and the user has a common interest among those dashboard and when wanted to have a navigation link so that they can move from one dashboard to another dashboard. That's how we can create using the filter action using the action called URL actions. Okay, and on this dashboard also, whatever action that we have created, everything will work perfectly and with the ease. And yeah, I got my 2016 technology, and with that particular all the locations which belongs to that sales. Okay, now come back to dashboard, and here now let us look at other things. So, and go to sheets, basically it will just take you that particular sheet. So if you want to create a filter where you want to go back and forth from dashboard to a particular sheet, that kind of uh, you know action, if you want, you can create that go to sheet. Okay, so let me also show you that go to sheet quickly. It don't take much time. So for example, let me show you. I want to go to sheet 37. I want to I want my I want my source sheets 37, and I want to go to the same sheets itself. Let me take that target sheet 37, and maybe you can select anything else. Not like I can select reset or I can select anything whatever I want. Okay, any sheet I can select, but just for the example I'm just taking it. So now when I click here on any of my dashboard, okay, it will take me to the page where from it's coming. See, I gone back to that sheet 37. Now on the worksheet also, see we have action on the worksheet also and dashboard also. Okay, here also I can create one actions, and here also I can go to sheet and sheet 37 and target I can take my dashboard. So my dashboard is 5. I can select the, though it's called go to sheet, but you can select the target as your dashboard also. And I can click here and okay. Now if I click anywhere, now I again gone back to my dashboard. Okay. So you can create sort of actions to go back and forth with ease. So yeah. That is the objective of that go to sheet. And change parameters. Already we have learned about the change parameters. I can just recall this like um, dashboard one I think we have covered when I created one dashboard some time back. I will just give you a I'll not take much time there. Maybe I can just recall those learning. Yeah, here. Remember like using that parameter we create lots of dynamic calculation in our Tableau's environment, and we make impossible thing possible using that parameters. Earlier, the biggest challenge when the parameter was there was no way that we can change the parameter on the fly. So it was of the option to change parameter available only the manual. And when Tableau is running executing, then you can't do anything manual, right? So it was a big it's sort of a big challenge for the developer to make the things dynamic. And this sort of visualizations where I'm able to get my prior year sales value, etc., was not at all possible. So I think, yeah. So when I select 2019, I'm getting my 2019 value along with 2018 values, and any year I can select and I can get those current year value along with the prior year value. So this sort of things possible only after these parameters came in. Earlier it was possible, but then to make it possible, we have to have you know we need to deal with the data modeling. So when we were preparing the data, that time only we have to create a field called prior year, and when we can create a field called prior year in our underlying data, that means in at the data preparation step, and then we can overcome these challenges. But even though we have not created those field in our data, we just have one field like original order date field, and using the same field when you want to have one prior year values, using that in LODs, and you can use that parameters. So you see here, this is my parameter. So now wherever I select any years, that particular year value it holds in it. This is a global placeholder. So now if I click here, so it holds 2019. When I click here, it holds 2018. Okay, now this value I'm going to use in the calculation. So if I can show you in my calculations, um, in this page called parameter prior year, in the prior year calculation, if you recall here, we use that uh, this dynamic parameter. So this parameter will change on the basis on the action we set. So this is my parameters input year value, and that is being changed with the help of actions parameter change one dynamic action called change parameter. So that change parameter we have applied on this parameter, and whenever we click anything on our dashboard, that action execute and it's update the value of this parameter, and it holds the latest value, and that value is coming in my calculations during runtime, and I am able to get that prior year value you know on the fly. So that is the beauty of this dynamic parameter. And let me show you here. So maybe I can come back to dashboard 1, and here I can show you that parameter. This is parameter 2, and though I have selected everything, but my sheet name is called nothing happened even though I have selected everything. My sheet name is called, let me check what is called. Yeah, yearly sales. So I come to my dashboard, actions, parameter, go to edit, and what I can do, I can just select everything, and maybe I just don't want to select everything. I can just uncheck everything together, So just control A, select everything, press a space bar, everything will uncheck or check together. But now after doing that, I can go and select yearly sales. This is this is the only sheets, my source sheets. Rest all, if you keep it selected, or if you can just remove it, doesn't matter. And then I have my select option here. And now this is my parameter. So this parameter I want to change when the action will run. So when the action will run, this parameter will change. The value will change. And how it will change? It will change basis on year order date. So on this year yearly sales sheets, I'm using one field called year of order date. So this year of order date, that value will go and sit on this input year value. So whenever uh, the anything whenever I do any select whenever I change the selection, whenever I change the selection, that whatever value it has on this during on the bar, that value will go and sit into this parameter. That is what. And I don't want any aggregation, so I can just select none. I don't want to do any, because on the year field I just want to get that value, year of order date. That means only that year value it will take, that 2018, 2019, 2020, etc. So like that it will take only the year portion of the only the year portion from the date, and that it will go and put on this target parameter, and that is what it's doing. Okay, and see here, if I have 2018, when I click there, yeah, 2019 I got. When I click here, I'll get 2017. Okay, so that way I'm able to get my values corresponding to that particular year in my monthly sales. Okay, so that is the benefit of having that parameter values dynamic. And the last options we have is like sets. Okay, so one data source sets, you can, there are lots of options. Run the action will assign value to set, add value to set, remove value to set, and clear, while clearing action you can assign what exactly it wants to do. So this is not very intuitive. I have already done some use cases. I think Karthik came with one use cases, and I have um, we have worked on some use cases. So I have that use cases. Maybe that one is the very good case. As example, I can take you through that, but it is little bit complicated for the very first beginner people to understand, who are just have not worked very thoroughly on the dashboard. So I would suggest don't get confused over there. That use cases sometime later we can discuss, because that is little complicated, that logic itself. If you are interested to learn that concept, maybe I can, what I will do, I'll share the work with you. You go through it, understand it, and then we'll discuss it. Then you'll make more sense out of it. So what is next? So I have covered, so far I have covered everything on the dashboard side, right from all the charts, all the chart techniques we have covered. We have, so for the beginning we have covered a data source, what all way that we can connect to data source, all the cross database join, data blending, and then we have covered all the chart techniques, custom chart techniques. We have covered all the calculations, the LODs, etc. Then we have covered the formatting. We have covered some analysis. We have covered the dashboard, and on the dashboard, how we can create the dashboard. Then we covered the actions. So in nutshell, like, we have now learned everything, most of the things. Now it's time to get into action and just practice more and more. One more thing I wanted to show you, the things called action, story. So here we have something called story. So it's very simple thing. It's just like your PowerPoint presentations. So you click story, and when you want to create some story to present to executives, etc., like a PowerPoint, we create some PPTs, right? So similar way, we, instead of going copying this thing and pasting to your PPT, you can create a story in the Tableau itself, and this story will be interactive because when you copy the view from dash Tableau and paste it into your PPT, the interactivities, the intuitiveness will go away, right? It will vanish. You can't able to filter while hover, or you can't select something and the action will execute. Those things will not work. Those will work only within the Tableau environment. But if you take it on the PPT, it just looks like a pictures, right? So to in order to resolve those issues and have those interactivities while you are presenting your dashboard to audience, maybe we can create one nice story, and on this story page we can drag not just worksheet but even the dashboard itself. We can bring it here. For example, I created a dashboard called dashboard 5, so I can bring my dashboard 5. Okay, and yeah, so entire features of dashboard 5 and all the actions, the rules and etc, everything whatever I have built on dashboard 5, everything will intact on this story page as well, even that URL etc everything. Now here I can talk about something what it is. Maybe um, this is about, you can write some text. If you want to write some text, you can mention about like what it is etc. This is about sales performance. This is just like example I'm giving you. Now, next item, you want to bring, let's say Pareto chart. We have done something called Pareto chart. So now you saw that I have bring the dashboard itself. Now I want to bring a sheet. Unlike your dashboard where you can only bring the sheets, you can't bring anything else. So now here I can bring both. Now at the edge, just drag it and drop it at the edge. If you want it to be next, or if you want it to be the first view, then you can bring on the left side, left edge, or if you want it to be the next page, then you can bring on the right edge. So I want it to be the next page, so I can bring it to the right page. The moment I do that, now the next page opens. So now here I can talk about whatever information I want to write. uh, this is about Pareto chart, or maybe this is about 80-20 principle. Okay, and then I want to bring the design chart. So similarly, I can keep bringing some other dashboard, whatever I have developed, maybe dashboard 1, I can bring it. Okay, so I got so many dashboard. Now when you are going to present, you can go to your PowerPoint, you can go to your full view mode, and now you can start presenting like that. Okay, you can start your story from the first page itself, where you have your dashboard or whatever page that you can have it. And now from here, with the and you can have your all interactivity. So while you are presenting your data to audience, just give me a view. Okay, now yeah, so even if I select something like here, my dashboard function will intact. It will work as it is work in a dashboard. So yeah, I can filter anywhere, and I can show this interactivities while presenting my whole story to audience. Yeah, I can talk about, I can use those actions, and I can present a very nice visualizations. This thing you it's not possible when you are presenting via PPT, right? PPT you can't provide this kind of interactivities. Now I can, when I want to, like, you want to go move to your next page, so You can also use the arrow button key. It's not like you have to click here. Like you can click here also. It will keep on moving to your next page. Or you can use your right arrow key. That will also move to the next page. Okay. I can keep I can keep scrolling down and I can keep moving on to the next page. I can keep talking about my stories. So here I can select, and all those interactivities will be intact on your stories also. So that's how that is the whole purpose of a story. As creating a story is very easy, no brainer. It's just that you have to bring it on and put it on the top. All the visualizations, all the fancy things, whatever that we want to achieve, we do it at a sheet level or dashboard level. In the story, we don't do anything. We just bring and just put it on the storyboard. That's it. And things will be, and we can just like we can write, we can talk about something about our visual this particular view here. So we can write something like whatever that we feel to write about it. Okay. So I think I have covered very much on this dashboard actions, etc. Now, this thing will be covering while doing some next two sessions. I'll be doing only the capstone project. So in that capstone project, one dashboard I'll be building for um, a very nice dashboard for the the superstore data itself. Another dashboard I can show you for COVID-19 dashboard. Another dashboard maybe I can show you for some. I'm building one another dashboard which is particularly for mutual fund trackers, which is actually work in progress. But I have some special dashboard where I am using that flight data, moving from one location going to another locations. Maybe it is there on my page. That dashboard also um, I can demonstrate how I have achieved that, how I have done that. So on my, if you come to my galleries, no, on my profile page, you can see. Yeah. So I just put this dashboard now. Now this dashboard is here. So this is sort of uh, geo map where I'm actually creating some line chart on the geo map. Probably you would have not seen this before because very few places people use this sort of visualizations, and this is not very common things. So yeah, and this required sort of workaround. Using that, we can create this. So here I'm showing map showing all possible destination from H and L with their delay status. So I can look at the flight delay status. What is that? Greater than 10 minute delay, less than 5 minute delay, less than 10 minute delay. So basis on all those, or maybe I can just clear the filters, and now it's showing all the flights with their irrespective of their delay in different directions. So on the hover over, I can get that what is the route, how much delay time it had, and then which airlines, what is the day, flight date, and flight date, and yeah, and time. All these informations and the airlines information. This is in Hawaii. So from Hawaii, the users for which I built this dashboard, he wanted to see all the flights originating from Hawaii. So according to his requirement, I built that flight information tracker. So, and this is like a tracker. So here, like whatever destination he select, he can see all the airlines, their destinations, the flight number, date and time, and travel hours, how much time it's taking. A lot of others analysis I did on the same dashboard where he can see the best time to fly, and he can see like the correlation between the delays, different delays, and then the delay by airlines and the cancellation by airlines, etc. So those things we can also go through that. So in that, you know, next uh, two sessions, we are going to learn only that different dashboard projects. Maybe I can, at least I can show you in the 4 hours. So we are going to have 4 hours. So in that 4 hours, at least I can cover three dashboard. Okay. And yeah. So, and you'll have the recording. A recording of this session is also on. So you can just practice it, and still you can come back to me anytime. If you come back with question, you're welcome. We can keep interacting and keep learning. Any questions if you have, I'll be available to answer your questions. So I'm just going to stop this for now, and I'm open for any questions if you have. I'm just going to stop this recording also.